Hey guys, welcome back. It's Melody, and today we are going to be talking about how to pack efficiently for travel. But before we start, I just want to say that if you like efficient or simple living, this is definitely your channel. I post any video that I think is relevant to beautiful and efficient living, so give us a subscribe so that I can see you definitely next Sunday. We're going to get right into this video. The first thing that I do is I get my travel list and I look at how many bags that I'm going to need for the whole trip. Therefore, I'm not going back and forth to the kitchen trying to get another Ziploc or reusable bag to fill it up with more things. So I originally look at the list and then I see how much I need. And then once I've got all the bags sprawled on the bed, which they're all here now, I go ahead and start filling them. When it comes to my travel list, I cannot be too thorough because I don't want to forget something. So if I am going to be traveling for just a couple of days, I can ignore most of the things on the list. But it's better to have too much on the list than too little. So whenever I'm about to travel, I go to the first page and I think to myself, where am I headed? How many days is it for? What's the weather going to be like? So I check the weather. And if it's not going to be cold, I can pack a lot less things. So I grew up in Hawaii and I barely ever wore pants, if at all. And so in a warm location, you barely need anything. And your skin is glowing and everything's going great. So most of the time I'm just heading out the door. So I will just grab my favorite reusable bag. It has a wide shoulder strap so it doesn't cut into my shoulders when I use them. And it's very lightweight. It folds up really small. There's so many things I could say about this bag, but this is my absolute favorite of every reusable bag I've tried. And I just fill this up with the necessities, head out the door, and that's it. But I'm packing right now for airline travel, and that's what I want to talk about because that's when I pack the most. And this will function as the laundry bag. Therefore, as my clothes start getting dirty, I can put it into the laundry bag so I can wash it later. So it doesn't get confused with my clean clothes. So I don't ever use check-on bags unless I'm moving to another country. I put all of the delicate stuff in my backpack that goes on the plane with me because occasionally they will take the bag from you. So if you're going ultra minimalist, you can easily just put everything into a backpack and be ready to go. But I usually like to pack camera and other extra things like that, and sometimes my steno equipment. So I always bring these two bags if I'm going on the plane. I like a nice color, and also I very much value lightweight when it comes to suitcases and durability. So this thing has moved with me to Norway with 50 pounds of steno and camera equipment in it and all over Europe, and it's still going strong. So this, I can't highly recommend this Samsonite suitcase. But the very first thing I want to talk about is the toiletries. So I always keep the toiletries in a place that's easy to access for airline because they will make you take out your laptop and your toiletries. So the two places you want to keep your toiletries are either in the outside pocket or in your backpack nearby your laptops. And for me, it just makes sense to keep it in the front pouch because it's nearby my clothes. So when I'm getting dressed and things like that, I'm in that zone, and all of my notebooks and laptops will go in here, all of my delicate, expensive equipment. So what I do is I keep all of my toiletries in a gallon-sized bag. And occasionally the airlines will require you to have it in a smaller bag than that. So I also have a little bag here that I can just pop out. In the gallon-sized baggie is going to be every possible thing I will use in the bathroom. So in here is going to be my mini hairbrush. So a mini hairbrush. You can also put your Diva cup or your organic pads in here as well. Then your toothbrush. And if I'm going to pack toothpaste, I'm actually going to use my lockup containers and fill it with toothpaste. I find it's a lot more convenient just to pack a little bit of toothpaste. Then I don't have to have many containers around the house of toothpaste all the time. If I'm going out of town for just 3 days, I'll just pack one row because that's all I need. They snap on and they snap off. These are the absolute best containers for travel. I also use my go-to containers on occasion. If I'm just going to the cabin, I will just grab my go-tos and throw them into my reusable bag and head out. But for airline travel, I try to keep it as little as possible because I have to fit it into a bag. So what I keep in here is my night cream, my jewelry, again toothpaste if I'm going to pack toothpaste, shampoo, face wash. That might not be something that you need. You can probably just use soap if you don't have sensitive skin. And then at the very top I keep some argan oil. Josie Maran light argan oil because the light doesn't weigh down my hair, and it's really great as a face moisturizer as well. And then I also have a deodorant. I got this sensitive deodorant from Norway, and I haven't been able to find a replacement yet. And then I also keep in this Toiletries bag, I keep a mini Amazon bag, which actually, if stuff will leak in here, it doesn't spill everywhere. So I really like these Amazon baggies. In here I keep an eye makeup remover, which isn't essential because I can just use my face wash, but since I have one, it makes it easier. And eye drops. I'm one of those people that even if I have to fly for 1 or 2 hours, as soon as I land, I feel like I've just trekked the whole world and I need to go sleep. But every once in a while I'll get off the plane and someone will want to go eat somewhere, then you got your eye drops so your eyes aren't all bloodshot. I know some of you are thinking, I don't give a dang. But for me, that's just the thing that I have. I also usually pack my essential oil, peppermint oil, because I use it in so many ways. And then at the very top of the luggage, I keep the water bottle, an empty water bottle. You'll want to fill it at the airport. And I always pack a water bottle, and I also always pack my phone charger, obviously. So all of my cords and delicate equipment go in here, because the last thing you want is to lose your cords. Okay, I was flying from Norway to Prague, and they lost all of my luggage for 5 days, and so I had to rush order a lot of my cords for work, and they were expensive, and the rush shipping was very expensive. You never want to separate really expensive cords from your laptop or from your phone, so keep your phone and your laptop and your camera, expensive, anything that's expensive, iPod, keep it in your backpack on you at all times. Besides notebooks and things like that, I also keep my purse in my backpack, because you can only have one bag, and then I pull it out, and in my purse I keep all of the essentials that you have seen in my purse video from a while back. You also want to pack earplugs just in case a baby starts crying, or just in case someone starts making a lot of noise outside of your door or something kicks on. It about halves the odds of any trip going bad. So this is probably the most important thing I pack of all time, is some earplugs. And then I also pack lip balm and Q-tips. So this one goes in my purse, because as soon as I land, I take this out and I put this on my nightstand wherever I'm staying, and I always have it by me. I might also need these things on the plane, so that's why I keep it in my purse. And if you have an MP3 player, a phone, you can keep it in your jacket. So you've seen my purple Columbia jackets. I always bring my purple Columbia jacket with the hood onto the plane, because it has pockets that zip. So when I'm going on the airplane, I will have that jacket on, and in the pockets I will have my MP3 player, my phone, my cards, anything that's relevant right on me, and I know it's not going to fall off. Always bring your Columbia jacket, and if it's very cold where you're going, you can pack another jacket on top. Even with 2 jackets on and a blanket, I'm actually not bleeding over into the other person's space. So that's a benefit too that you can take advantage of. Bring 2 jackets and wear it on the plane. Don't put it in your luggage. It's going to take up too much space. My makeup, I usually only bring a very little. So if I'm just going out of town for a couple of days to the cabin, I'm not going to be wearing a lot of makeup. So whatever's in here, which is a little bit of red lip, is usually enough. I might pack an eyeliner. I can fit it all in my purse. Now, if I'm going out of town to film, which I recently did when I was in Houston, I'm going to pack all of my makeup. And what I do is I keep it at the top of the bag so that the clothes aren't crushing it. When it comes to clothes, I don't have any special way of packing. I just throw it all in. But if you're going to use a packing method, I would say you can watch my KonMari video, and she talks about how to fold clothes perfectly. But for me, there's always ample room in here that it's not a big deal. And when it comes to wrinkles and pet fur, I've already given up the fight. That's my model. Wrinkles and fur, it's a losing battle. I like to go for fabrics that are very comfortable. So you guys have seen me in my long sleeve black dress, and that is a very, very comfortable dress. That's the kind of classy dress that I would take with me. And then also my polka dot dress from Prague, I also pack this one because it has sleeves and it's lightweight. Anything that's lightweight is good. And when I go on the plane, I always wear the same outfit everywhere I go. So if you ever see me in an airport, it's going to be in this dress. Now, some people wear their PJs, and there's no judgment here for me on that. But I always wear a nice, comfortable, slinky dress. So it's conservative, so if I'm flying buddy pass, it just looks great. And so get one really nice versatile dress you can wear all of the time. The last thing I want to say is this backpack is very durable. I've had it since I was a freelancer, and it has a padded back, so it's very comfortable to go around the airport. So when I left to Norway, I packed 3 or 4 laptops in this backpack, which was heavy, but it was still manageable because this backpack is really lightweight and durable. I've had this backpack for years and it's not broken down on me. But the backpack has a hole in the back, and when I first discovered this, I was packing stuff and I saw the pocket and I thought it was a pocket, and then stuff started falling out the back. So then I surmised that it was just to keep my back comfortable, but it's actually supposed to go over your suitcase. So your suitcase has the handles, you just put it on top. If you have a bag that has a hole in the back, you'll know what that is. I was packing quite a few things before I realized they were all falling out the other side. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, definitely give it a share to somebody that loves to travel. Maybe they can get a couple of great tips or a couple of great items. It's everything I've been using forever. So I hope that you like this video, and definitely subscribe so that we can see you next Sunday in the next minimalist and organization video.